try to keep as much exercising space for the dogs and take them out for walks. We don't want to take any of that away from them. So where the runs are, and continue right past that, is an exercise area that'll never be touched. And everything that's in the dark green areas all the way around will not ever have cemetery plots in those. As you go through, we're going to add walk paths all the way through. In the future, hopefully, like a koi pond. We're going to start out with a gazebo as a focal point of the cemetery, and from that point we'll go out to different areas of that, so that can be used for pet services or any other thing that maybe society may need it for maybe for other events, even doggy weddings or whatever, who knows, it's almost doing everything.
Children's birthday parties.
Children's birthday parties, and also we're planning on doing things like, as you go through these pathways, adding in some benches, and as you go through some plantings and some other trees, so that one of these days will be very beautiful, not only just a big lot of nothing out there, but it'd be very nice to even drive by and see, is the plan. And by adding like an arbor in and some gazebos as you go through and some archways. Like I said, the first part we're going to do is C1 is the plan, and with that we're doing these plots you can see down the bottom. We base everything on 2-foot by 3-foot plots that could be purchased through the Humane Society, and you can either, for cremation primarily, you can bury more than one pet in that 2-foot by 3-foot area. And hopefully we'll get some statues and some other things to decorate it with, and even as much as even putting in an area like a rose garden, which could even be an area to, some people just like to sprinkle the ashes of their pet, so they could do it in the rose garden and put a plaque, that kind of thing. So that's kind of the gist of everything. And Dennis?
And they should look at the drawings, because there's several options there of the cremation stones. That
for example,
you can do.
Yeah, this is like where we're going to put tree plantings. You'll build like around it, like just put you put a base around a tree. And around that base will also be little stones. Where each one of those stones will be a whole cremation, a pet inside of that with a marker on it. So it makes a nice, easy way of keeping track and keeping up the lawns that aren't used as part of the cemetery for mowing and keeping up things. And it makes a nice place to keep stuff. So it's organized. And
C1 only will hold 610 plus 70 or so plaques, or just in C1 only.
Right.
So that's...
The income stream of that C1 is what, $102,000, just strictly for the grave spaces.
Right, the grave space.
That's not urns that we plan on selling, and stones, granite or bronze stones. So hopefully those things is going to provide a nice income for this place. So
yes, all the profit will come to the Logan County Humane Society. So
now, these pictures over here were taken, and I'll move it up a little bit. These were taken at a pet cemetery in Vernon Hills, Illinois, where my daughter lives. And of course I had to visit because I wanted to see what it was all about. And this is quite an operation. And it just gives you an idea of the different plaques that they have, the bronze markers, and it also shows you that people do spend money on their pets. They truly do. And this is a memorial garden, and you'll see different stones and whatever, and this is what we want this to look like someday, is a park-like setting, is what we're hoping for. And there's just unbelievable amount of things that you can do with cremains. Now, we're not going to have a crematory, so everyone will know that. The veterinarians will still do the cremations, and then they'll bring them here for services and the burials. Okay? Crematory is very expensive to operate, and there's a lot of liability. So we chose not to do that. We're going to try and keep this simple but nice. Okay? So anyone have any questions, anything that perhaps I haven't answered for you?
With our committee, that I have no doubt that everything will go
we didn't
along
mention
just
the
as...
shed in the showroom for this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yes, we are going to. Go ahead, Dan. You talk about that.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that. We're also going to build another facility next to this one, just right outside, And at the end of it, there'll be an area with the doorway where the paths will start to go back to the cemetery. We'll actually have a small showroom that'll have stones and the plaques and the urns that can be purchased and everything through the Humane Society for them. So it's a place to come to get started and to make your arrangements and whatever. So it'll be like a small office.
Because so we can
And maintenance, because
And
we'll need the
maintenance.
maintenance between mowing and the
And
equipment to dig.
we quickly ran out of storage here. Reminds me of when I came to Lincoln. I came to Lincoln to work with Gene Burwell, and we built the truck stop out there, and it was a beautiful facility. But he had no storage in that building whatsoever. So, and this building was a lot like that. So we're renting a storage area, and we're also have one that is given to us at no charge. But we like to have all of our stuff here, so we don't have to run back and forth to the storage area. So.
Makes it easier.
Makes it a lot easier. And we can keep mowers and blowers and those kind of things in there, so. Because we're going to have somebody to dig the graves and mow and do that kind of stuff.
And Marilyn came up with the name of the cemetery, basically, and we all voted on it. Forever Home Pet Cemetery. And why did you do that? Why did you name it Forever Home Pet Cemetery?
Ever since we started the Humane Society, we've always, when we have adoptions out or a foster home, is always for a forever home. So this is what we want them to have, forever home, after they pass.
Thank you, ladies, very much.
Thanks, ladies.
Without you, we wouldn't be here, okay?
Thank you. Volunteers. Also, it will be any type of animal that can go in our cemetery, as long as it's cremation. If horse or what, any pet, right?
Any pet.
Any pet. So, what else? I don't know. We've just done so much.
Well, the time and the research has been amazing on the part of these 5 people.
Judy and Chuck spent time.
Oh, I know. They
Thanksgiving.
did Thanksgiving. They went to St. Louis for a vacation, and they ended up taking pictures in pet cemeteries. So, you know.
We have came from up by Chicago all the way to St. Louis and checking out pet cemeteries. So,
and also a lot of websites and a lot of
websites.
A lot of the interesting thing. Judy found some really old ones that, like from the early 1800s, where people had buried their pets. So, yeah.
Wow.
And
So-
the one in New York I talked
Yeah.
to and got email from the lady that runs the help there. So they were excited for us and wished us well.
So the internet's an amazing thing, you know, because does anybody have any other questions? And you know what the great part is, we already have a funeral director, so you know.
Well, another part, we're in a great location out here. We're
Visibility.
in the city, but yet we're out on the outskirts of the city. Our visibility here, Old 66, I mean, it's just so, once we get it going and all the landscaping, it will be beautiful coming into
Lincoln.
Lincoln. And
The Centertown could use it.
Yeah.
oh, a ceremony?
What if someone
That's
requested
in our chapel.
And the
We want
gazebo.
Yeah, the
in our
gazebo will be
gazebo.
the center part is actually big
Yes.
enough to hold, you know,
And
a
people do
family
that.
group and have a.
That's what our gazebo will.
It'll be similar to this
It's
one,
for-
not exactly that one,
There's
but
yeah,
be similar to that.
similar to that.
And then I think we've already
people
talked
could
about
get married
expanding
if they
that
wanted to.
on the outside, so more people could be there, you know,
Yeah, we're gonna
as a part of it,
do
so.
that different, but
That's on our wish
Yeah, the
list.
final plan on that's not done yet.
That's on our wish list,
we
is the
have a lot
gazebo,
of wish
so.
lists, but,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we'll have.
We'll
Wish
be
list,
publishing a wish list
huge
here.
wish list, so.
It will be named some chapel, we don't know the name of it yet.
Nope.
But if somebody would like
If
to name
someone
it,
wants
we
to
would be
donate
glad to
and
let them.
name it.
Okay?
Yes. that
As they
will-
write the check, you mean?
Yes, that's right. I wasn't going to be that bold.
Oh, okay,
but thank
well,
you.
you
But
That's the name of the chapel, and we'll pay you know.
Do you have a proposed starting date?
Late spring of next year, of this coming, 13th.
you know, there's a lot of work that's
And most of it, Sue, is because we have to go out and mark all these areas for the graves and make a ledger of everything, so we can keep track of it.
And we're also doing some major renovations to our dog runs. And that, we want to get all that done, and they can't do that.
first.
We need to do that first so that they're out of the way of all the other stuff. But the building is going to start here very soon.
Really?
So, yes.
I think not till spring,
Huh?
till February or March.
February,
And
March.
talk to him today.
Okay.
But that's not,
Soon?
As soon as
Yeah,
this-
that's
Not that far away.
think about it, February is only like
2 months.
2 months, it's unreal.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
I know, it's just, the time is just flying.